We are visiting Blast from the Past, located in Richmond, Indiana, this episode. And what a place this was. They were loaded with all kinds of things. I will have to say, one of the coolest things about this location, as you'll see in the video, is it is not only a video game store, but it is also an arcade, which is very, very cool. They had pinball machines, several arcade machines, probably upwards of 30 different arcades in this facility. It was great. You can see here they have plenty of stock as well, but we'll get to the arcades here as the video continues. A couple of cool just collector's editions that I hadn't seen in person, honestly. There, Biomutant, some cool little collectible cups. They had their own little things as well that you could buy that were Blast from the Past, products and shirts. Definitely had some more valuable stuff in the cases. A lot of the Resident Evils and Fatal Frames. Boy, it was really tempting to pick up that Fatal Frame, I'll tell you that much. That's a good one. Nice and scary from my past. Still haven't finished that game. Talk about scary. Lighting's kind of bad behind me because everything is dark.
Some cool strangers.
The lighting is so bad. The lighting is just so bad.
Aziz, light! Much better, thank you, Aziz.
Some N64, just regular NES, Super Nintendo. They had cartridges of all kinds. I didn't see very much you couldn't enjoy. And yeah, some of the handhelds they had here. And I leave the surprise for the end right here. But the Game Gear all decked out back in the corner with the magnifying glass on it as well. I did not have that as a kid, but that thing is wild. It's pretty chunky. And yeah, handheld games. They had it looks like it was a Game Boy reader there, the e-reader for the Game Boy. Very cool stuff. They had tons of things to choose from, which is just really surprising for me. It's located in like an old civics building, I think it was, and it's like downstairs, so it looks just like a government building of some kind. It's kind of strange, but you go in and go downstairs and it's full of video games and arcades. They're also working on building an area for like doing parties and food as well, so it'd be kind of cool. You can grab a pizza and hang out with your buddies. But yeah, Genesis games, they had tons and tons of these as well. Good prices as well. Love the people there too. Had a really good conversation with one of the guys behind the desk.
I almost got all of them.
Oh, you're dead.
Oh, I didn't see that. What?
Dead again. Dead again.
That's 3.
Ah!
No.
Last guy, you're dead.
No.
Game over. Sega! They also had the Sega Saturn. I had to get a picture of this here with the Sega CD built onto the side. First time seeing one as an adult. Yeah, and the boxes, I mean, they had plenty of stuff in boxes as well. As you can see here, the Genesis cartridges. Everything was really clean. The boxes were great, but you can see a lot of sports titles, which is not uncommon. That's usually what we see a lot of our trips around the U.S. And some OG Xbox. I'm not sure why a lot of these were in the cases, honestly. I don't think these were like high dollar games. I think they're just kind of strapped for space possibly, but they were all in there, and at least they were spines out for all of them where you could really see what they were and check them out. Some Dreamcast as well. And they did have a good selection of pop vinyls. You saw me talking about there a little bit. I'll talk about some more here as we continue live. Since the audio wasn't real great there was some background noise and things. But yeah, lots of them all in this corner just kind of piled up and ready to check out. They had the big boys and little ones as well. But yeah, we saw a couple here that we didn't expect to see and we don't see too often. So we'll show you those.
No, it's dusted.
Yep. And then they had another one here. Plain one. And then Joyce in her biohazard suit.
I need to know what's
Then you always gotta have some Marty.
where. That's his name, Lucas. There.
Go faster.
How do I do that?
Okay. That was a bus. You just crashed into a bus of people.
Ha ha.
Oh my, he took flight. Uh-oh, 30-second countdown. You gotta find a checkpoint. 9 seconds.
I took the harder way.
I saw that. No. Yeah, and as you can see, the arcade here, I did kind of take a little stroll around to kind of show you what they have here. Not much you're going to see here you don't recognize. And some of my bucket list arcades are in here as well, and I'll talk about those as they pop up. But yeah, they had tons and tons of them. You can see some of the emulation screens they had there on the right as well, there on that screen. Just a lot of little consoles set up to where you just chill and play with your friends or, you know, your family. And it was a fun environment, not a real busy day this particular day. So plenty of space to play and plenty of games to check out. Oh, fail.
Oh, yeah, there we go. All same. They go in his car? They were in his car.
Nice. Uh-oh. Oh, catch it. Here is one of my bucket list arcades. I would love to have a full size of the Turtles game, 4-player.
I'm playing this on 4 of them.
And here's another bucket list, the full-size Simpsons arcade. Grew up with this one. They had just a cool store, arcade mixed in, and it was just kind of just go play. They didn't charge us to go play. The kids went over there and played some Turtles and played some racing games, and they probably had 30 arcades in that area. And it was it's what I would do if I had a game store. It was an arcade on one half, and then just literally walk through, no walls or anything, just walk through the arcade and you're in a game store. And they had stuff from, you know, the oldest things you can imagine to, you know, brand new things, PS5 and everything. So it was awesome. All right, so I'm going to talk about what I picked up this episode. And not much this episode, just one thing that I picked up. But I've been reluctantly passing it up every time because, I don't know, just something was like, no, not yet, no, not yet. And I'm glad I waited because I think I found the cleanest version that's out there. And that is Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem for GameCube. This is a game I regret getting rid of. I never finished it at the time. I'm definitely finishing it this time. This will be a game I will dedicate all my time to until it's finished. I'm not going to bounce around and do anything crazy. And I will definitely be bringing a review of my thoughts on this game. Many years late, but I will be bringing a review for this to the channel coming up. So I won't say exactly when because I don't know 100% when, but I will do my best to get it in there soon. It's just so clean. I mean, I got to clean the case a little bit. There's just a tiny little bit of something on the front, but it is super nice. And that's not all. The big reason on top of how clean the outside was, this has complete CIB. Everything's here. I was thrilled. It even has the mail away to get your Eternal Darkness hat still in here. And the disc is super clean. Everything works. I've already fired it up. Plays. But I have not started a game playthrough yet. A little bit for some people out there not familiar with Eternal Darkness. This was a game that would mess with you big time. So you'd be playing the game and all of a sudden, like it would say your controller disconnected, or you get a blue screen, like an error failure screen, because as you start to die or things start to happen to you in the game, Sanity's Requiem being the subtitle, you start to lose sanity. And as you start to lose sanity, weird things start to happen to you. So they actually program that to do weird things to your GameCube. All kinds of, it was crazy. Like your volume on your TV and all these other things would do weird stuff. But I specifically remember like deleting your save file and, you know, blue screens and all this kinds of stuff until you get your health back and things would start to, you know, kind of level back out a little bit. So it definitely messed with you. I really think that's a super unique thing to put into video games. It's just not done anymore. Metal Gear Solid, I think, did that, and a couple of boss missions and things back a long time ago. Again, even older than this game. I had to pick it up. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I waited. I almost picked a Game Gear up there as well. Man, I don't know. I have a Steam Deck right now, so I don't know if I really need a Game Gear. Maybe in time when I get more space to put stuff in locations, I'll pick up those kinds of things. But the Game Gear also very nostalgic for lots of AA batteries. That thing is a battery sucker. But that was a great time. I had a lot of fun down there. I would like to have a place like that closer to me instead of having to drive 90 minutes to go see it. But it was still a really great time. So if you're in the Richmond area, Blast from the Past, down in Richmond, Indiana, go check them out. Super cool. Lots of cool stuff to do down there. The arcade was great. They even had like consoles set up that you could just chill and play. So definitely check them out. I think they definitely deserve your time to go check them out. Time and money, honestly. So that is it for this pickup for me. Like I said, just the one, but it was a big one for me. Let me know what you guys think. Have you been to Blast from the Past? Have you already visited? What do you guys think of the place? If not, go visit it. Let us know what you think. Tell us again, any locations you guys want us to go check out, flea markets, swap meets, anything happening in your neck of the woods. We want to go check it out. Give us a holler. Hit us in the comments below. Let us know. Have you played Eternal Darkness? What'd you think of it? Let's talk video games. Until the next one, guys, I really appreciate all of you tuning in. And until then, take care.
I almost got all of them.
Oh, you're dead. Dead again. Dead again. Ah, last guy.